Okay, since we have our local repository, now we need to create a GitHub account, and of course, we need to push everything to a GitHub project right here, a GitHub repository. Good. Now I need you to go to GitHub. Of course, if you don't have an account, create an account and then go to Profile. And after you go to Profile, I need you to go to SSH and GPG keys. So this is what we are going to be doing. We're going to be adding SSH keys. Now, of course, you have a local project right here, and you're going to be sending all your sensitive information, all your work, to a public service, to a service on the cloud. So you're going to be using the connection to send all the files. So that's why we're using SSH. It's more secure. So this is what we're going to be doing right now. It's not that simple to do. We need to do a lot of things. But right here we have some instructions, and these ones are real simple to use. Now notice at the top, right here we have Mac, and for Mac we have something different, Windows and Linux. So we're going to be following the steps on this one. So of course, you need to go to Help, GitHub, then Articles, and then you need to start here, checking for existing SSH keys. So first, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be checking if we do have SSH keys. And if you do, you're going to use them, and you're going to be using a different option right here. But again, if you're watching this video, it's because you don't have them. You never did this. So we're going to do it right now. Now, you're not going to use the terminal. The regular terminal is the command prompt from Windows. We're going to use git bash. So with git bash, we're going to use all these commands, and they work great. Doing it from the terminal is a pain in the ass. So we're going to use this. Let me make this a little bit smaller. Let me close this source tree. 1 second. There we go. So now we're going to be following the steps. Open git bash. Okay, that is done. So then enter ls whatever. So I'm going to copy, and right here with the git bash, you can copy and paste. That is really awesome. Now if I do right click, notice that the paste, it's not Control B, it's Shift and Insert. So again, if you have a notebook, you need to do Shift function and then insert. Most of the times that's with a notebook. So I'm going to paste it. So let me do it again. Now sometimes it fails. So I'm going to copy, I'm going to do function and insert. So it's going to be ls minus al. So this is going to be, it's going to check if we have a version of SSH key. We have a file with SSH keys. I'm going to press enter. It's going to go to your file, the directory of SSH, and nothing, you're going to get nothing pretty much. So right here at the bottom, if you get something like this, something like DSA pub or something with pub, it means that you've already have SSH keys. So what you will need to do, you need to go to this step, add your SSH key to the SSH agent. We're going to do this later. Now we're going to follow this step, the generate a new SSH key. So I'm going to go right here. I'm going to copy all of this again. Copy. I'm going to go right here and then paste it. So SSH keygen, then T, and I'm copying, we're doing copy paste because typing all of this could be a problem, just a typo and nothing is going to work. Of course, right here, you will need to enter the account you're using for GitHub. Mine, don't remember which one I was using, which email. I have many emails. Sometimes that is a problem. Let me just double check. Oh, okay, that's fine. I'm using that one. So I'm going to go right here to SSH. And of course, you need to enter your email. Mine is this. Okay, and then gmail.com. So Prez is my second last name. It's really long. It's Polish. It's really long. So I'm going to press enter. And this generating public key, enter file, and then it's going to tell you enter file in which to save key. If you want, you can add a name, right? A custom name. I don't want to do it. I'm just going to use the default one. So you can press enter. Then it's going to ask you for a passphrase. It's going to ask you if you want to have a password for this file. I don't want that. I'm just going to press enter. Enter same password again. I'm not going to do that. Just press enter. And this is going to generate the SSH keys. So if we do the same thing than before, let me just copy this. I'm going to copy, and then of course paste it. Well, copy pasting from here, not that. So I'm gonna use it with the mouse. I'm gonna use copy because it uses different commands, and then paste. Sorry for that. It's gonna be easier this way. I'm gonna press enter, and now it's gonna tell me that we have the ID RSA and the RSA pub. So this RSA is the private one. You should not give this one, to someone else or to anything. This one, the pub, is the public. This one is going to go to services like GitHub, public services. Good. So let's go to the next step. All of this, it's done. All of this. So let's go to the next one. This one, we are not going to do this. We're going to do it later. And then add the SSH key to your GitHub account. This is your next step. So again, you will need to do this, clip, whatever. So this, whenever we trigger this, is going to copy all the contents of this ID RSA. And once we copy the contents, we need to paste them here. Real simple. So I'm going to copy, search copy, and then, paste. I'm going to press enter. And if nothing happens, it's because it was copied. So now we need to go to GitHub, click on the new SSH key, and this one is going to be called Windows because the other one is for the Mac. And then I'm going to do paste, and it's going to paste a long string. So this is the information, your key, the one you have inside the RSA pub. So if I click on add, of course it's going to ask you a password. Let me see if I can get it right, or maybe not. Maybe I'm using caps. Yes, I'm using caps. Sorry for that. There we go. It's going to confirm, and then, it adds the key to your account. So now the key in your computer and the one in the cloud inside GitHub are the same. They are using the same. Okay, so now what do we need to do? We need to kind of check if, they are working. They are working together. So we're going to do that right now. Just go back to the documentation, and we need to go to the first one, check for an existing SSH key. Now we have an SSH key, so we need to go to the other step, step. Generate a new SSH key? No, we just did it. Add your SSH key to the SSH agent. So this is what we will need do. So we're going to copy the contents of this, the second step, not this one. There's no need to do that one. I'm going to copy the steps of this one. I'm going to do copy. I'm going to go to the command. Let me delete this. And then I'm going to paste it. I'm going to press enter. And then it's going to do SSH add. Okay, maybe we need to do something else. Could not open the connection to your authentication agent. Okay, so let's do this. Start the SSH agent in the background. I'm going to copy. It's different from Mac. It's really confusing sometimes. So I'm going to paste it. I'm going to trigger. Okay, we get the agent ID. So now we need to use this one. Let's see what happens. I'm going to paste that, and everything is good. Identity added. So everything is linked. So if we go here, of course, we should be getting, of course, the same thing. So after we send something to here, it's going to show up in green, right? Okay, so everything is good. So let's go to the next thing, which is going to be creating a repo inside GitHub. Right, so right here inside, again, the SSH key section, you can close the bash. We are not going to use it anymore. So now what we're going to do, we're going to create a project. That's the main idea. So if you go to your profile right here, you can have a listing of all your repositories, and I have a lot of things. Now I have a paid account. With a paid account, what you can do, you can have private repos. This one is private, this one is private. So you have a lot for customers and a lot of projects. So again, if you pay, you can have private. If not, you can create a new one, and it's going to be for free. It's going to be public. Everyone is going to be able to see it. So you need to be careful with that. So how can we create a repository inside GitHub? So I'm going to go right here. I'm going to name this auth, and then 2. I'm going to do this because the other one I'm using on the Mac is auth1. So this one is going to be auth2. So it's going to be public. If you want, you can add a description. For now, doesn't matter. I'm going to create a repository, and then it's going to take you here. So here you're going to have, different steps. It's going to tell you how to add the local repository with Git inside your computer. And then, of course, it's going to give you these steps. So the last two steps are the ones we kind of need to do. We already did this, right? We've already did this. Okay, so we're going to go and I'm going to copy this one. This one is going to get the name of your repo, of course. So I'm going to go back to the to our project. I'm going to do clear, and now I'm going to paste the git remote at origin. So this is going to link your local repository with the one in the cloud, right? It's going to create a connection between them. I'm going to press enter, and again, looks like nothing happens, but everything is cool. Next one is going to be git push origin master. So this one will grab that link, okay, that connection between your local repository and your GitHub, and it's going to send all the files, going to push all the files to the cloud, right? Okay, so I'm going to press enter. It's going to take a little bit, it's going to be really fast anyways. There we go. Branch master set up to track remote. Everything is good. Everything is good. So now if you go to GitHub and reload the application, you're not going to get this screen. So if you wish, you can copy this and paste it somewhere. So the next time you need to do this, you have this around. So I'm going to reload the page. And now we get our application with the server, the get ignored, hash, and the package.json. So everything is on the cloud now. Everything is good. All right, that's good. So okay, so we have Git and our local repository. We have a repository on the cloud. So the next step is going to be creating a Heroku account and installing and do all the configuration with Heroku. So let's go to the next section and do that. Oh, sorry guys, I forgot to mention one final step. It's going to be real simple. Don't worry. We need to go again. If you close it, you need to open it again. Sorry for that. You need to do SSH minus capital T and then git at and then github.com. This one again is going to create an association. So we're going to press enter, and then it's going to tell you a weird message, maybe not, but GitHub does not provide shell access. That's good, but everything is linked. Everything is ready. So I'm going to close it. This time we do need to close it. So let's go to the next section and start with Heroku.